I mean, look, I've been saying it for some time, and knowing it as such, but even the realization when it continually hits you, so is yes, yeah, it's intense. Like it's still like it's not. It's still mind numbing when the levels of yeah, almost I don't really want to get it. I've just been laughing going through the thing, but then I'm not wanting to pick this thing up to But I just I've been finding all sorts of like there's just no end to the fraud and the funniness that goes on, and it's on a level that's yeah, it's on a level that I've suggested before and felt. But even being even doing that and knowing that and being like, yeah, this is how deep, it's still it's still a bloody shocker. Uh, I'd never heard of this before. I think it's only just a new creation. I think, um, yeah, because as I'm yeah, in part of the sim silliness is I oh, yeah, been going into yeah, I still don't want to go into the full details on it, but you would have thought this would be something that it would be on bank, wouldn't you? I don't know. It's on the card, but you know, I was I don't even like bloody yeah. I was censored for a while. Perhaps I was the only I was the only poor bastard, the only dickhead going in and then like giving them money, putting it over the thing, right? Because I thought that I had a as much as there's all these other things that I knew that what the banks have been doing as far as the fraud and shit. Yeah, I knew about that, but I was just been trying to do anyhow. So when the bloke who's apparently part of the thing on the behind the scenes, then wouldn't give me, it was acting funny, wouldn't give me a wouldn't give me a phone number to call back. Like wouldn't give me his direct number. Oh, I'll have some documents here for you. I just think he's going to send out stuff that I haven't received that they claim to have been sending out. And no, it was just some other shit. They were acting funny. Oh, and I just feel this. It was like it was everything was dodge. I went back. I'm like, look, I thought I was going to get paperwork, but they've said here, take this, take it. Here's the stuff, take it home. And there's nothing with the bloke's name on it. There's no letter. So I go back. Oh, look, I haven't got his. All I've got is his name. I think it's his name. Does he even work for? Oh, yeah, and that old funny. I mean, I said, you were the lady. Oh, you were here last Friday, or not? She's like, oh, and so I said, well, can I have his email address? I don't. There's not a number or anything. So she's right. I thought she wrote his email address down, and she didn't. No, she was stolen, acting bloody strange. But of course, I'm like, well, they're wearing their uniforms. They're in a, it's a. I know I'm walking around in Sim Silly land a lot of the time. There was no moon for a week the other last week. This is about the same time. Like this went mental. No, every day and night for a week, 7 days, no moon. All right, I'm going to will the moon. Moon pops out for me. That's how it works. I was looking, no moon anyhow. Let's not get completely sidetracked. And so I went back into the bank again. I'm like, yeah, look, he's free. Can I get an email address for this guy? I had to ask a different lady because I said, does he even work for Beyond? Oh, yeah, yeah. And so she's pulled out a business card, right, and written the bloody. I said, can you confirm that it's actually, who he is? Because I couldn't find anything on the bloody website. You just can't find it. Anyhow, I have a look at what she's put on the. Because I found all sorts of things that really show the, no pun intended, really the house of cards that yeah is oh it's really actually just made of cards and we're all somehow been existing in it and yeah it's been blown it's been the house has been falling over all over the place, but so they pick up a card, hold it up, and we're kind of like we just accept that it's the wall. Right, but it's not. They're not. We're like, oh, it's a wall. It's a wall. As I've been saying, the hypnotism as it's been in demise and gradually wearing off, the scenes of the shapies around has been considerably uh, uh, well opened. Oh, my eyes. Oh, yeah. I can't. I was trying to remember the rhyme word then. Fun enough. Anyhow, but this is just another funny part of it because I'm still sorting out the other thing. I'm like, it's like Hang on, because I was looking for information on like to get more, on certain things and about looking into this kind of shit, and it's like the strangeness of the things the information that the system seem to be spitting out, and it's like, oh well, I'm in like a dodgy someone's that I'm in a portal on the internet that they've taken over and it's just controlling blah blah. This is kind of where I was, because a lot of stuff was coming out that just didn't seem right, and it wasn't really. Um, Anyhow, but just some point throughout the process, I've gone, what? Let's have a. I've pulled the card out to get like it's a bit fucking strange. Yeah, there's a number of things a bit bloody strange. And I'm like, oh, it says B Corp. I've never heard of that before. It's a bit bloody odd. Wouldn't doesn't that say Beyond Bank? Wouldn't you think? It's like, and so there's no other name. Like it's just the dodgiest thing on the card. She's handwritten. I'm like, all right. Just before I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look up. I'm going to just see what this certified B Corporation to see what at least my portal of the dodgy Googleized Wikipedia world is spitting out at me and expecting me to accept as real, and it's that fucking ridiculous. I was like, oh god. So this is a B Corporation, apparently. Yeah, this is like because this is what would happen when you Google search heaps of things like, and this has been happening for the last couple of weeks. I'm like, oh right, this doesn't seem right. It's spitting out shit that I know is a load of bullshit, and it's like, well, hmm. And uh, in a sense, it's like, all right, well, I'm spawning this nonsense or creating it in a way because it's like I don't know. It's almost like it's backed itself into a corner where this is what it's spitting out as legitimate at this stage because that might make little sense and doesn't really matter. It's not all about the sense haze of the I don't know, hopefully soon to be senseis that are hearing this and from whence they say they actually say something because they're another sensei or another something beyond the um, program that spits out nonsense, I say. But it doesn't just spit it out as in like just in this manner, which is one way it does it. It spits it out as in it pops it into the reality. It is a yeah, it's a sim reality, but yeah, it's hard. It's like the acceptance and the knowledge of it has to accrete over time, and even when you feel like you got your head around it, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's right, that's yeah, this time I got it. Well, it goes, it just keeps going. It takes it, yeah. It just there's always expansion, right? There's always more. Anyhow, and I said once when I think a little while back, and I actually stumbled over it recently because I had no internet. And I was going through some old stuff, and I stand by it. But it was like I had a realization that like it's the nature of the realm, and it was real hard for me to actually say and come out with that. Yeah, with the shapies and the archon situation. It's like, well, I can link to the thing or whatever, but I don't know how many or if any of you get this little bit that I said, look, I can't something like no matter how it's the deception is so deep, most it's unfathomable, because it's like because it's our dream, right? And it's we're in a thing and that just popping out. It's popping out realities. It's popping out things based on our subconscious, based on all sorts of things that are outside of our conscious awareness. For most of this level, it's just that as you get closer to the point, to perhaps nearing the time cone, and going through the cycles, understanding a little bit more to the point where all of a sudden it's like, what? No, there really is like a so why? It I was going round and round here. B Corporation. This was I was just going, what the fuck? Because it's all dodgy as fuck. But you read the thing and it's like, yeah, because this is all. It's AI getting close. Uh, it's fucking it up because none of it's like real. I clicked on like the B Corporation. I don't even. I'm not even gonna go through and read it. I went through it this bit before and it's like it does tie in well with I had the just to watch the old Mudflood channel thing that I'd from years ago, and I watched it the day, and it's like, what he was saying is the same thing. It's basically the same thing I've been saying and identifying and recognising for years. And a number of real men and women are. Maybe there's only 144,000 of us, or maybe that's just another fucking plant program, um, psych, I was gonna say psychosomatic, same thing, isn't it? Psyop, um, seeded somatically, um, seed sees it or reads it, or we read it from. If you're a seed, and if you're not a seed, you don't notice that the chemtrails and inverted commas. You don't have the the urge or the nous to think critically about anything, because you're part of the background, and that's just how it is. Now, this, if there's any chance that you're seeing, I do actually put something here. The, I was laughing because I was thinking like, I must be in the B lab. This is what come down to it. It's like a big B. Like, I'm not going to read through this thing. I think I'm actually screen recording, or I intended to. Anything you click on is like, measuring a company's entire social and environmental impact. This is B Corp. Why would you want to be B certified? It's supposed to be. It's A, right? That's what people want. Oh, triple A, A. It's like B certification. All this shit is coming out as all. This is all a construct, right? But it's not just. I've gone from. It's not just a construct or a trick or a hack on my bit of the computer. Trying to stop me from making sense of the fraud going on at the bank. As an example, it sort of seemed like that the other day, and you get there's a level now where it's like, oh, is it just that? No, it's not. It's actually just what's going on all around. Um, it's just the first thing I looked at was like on B Corporeal. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's like BDC. It goes buy a business. Oh, yeah. But it's like they both just break it down into easy steps. Oh, it's a 3-minute read. Starting a business for everything you need to know about vendor. So I was like clicking on things like, and you realise it's there. Everything is a construct, right? It pops out of it's the soft I don't know. Are we the hardware in the software? Maybe, but we're all soft. That's the thing. We're all software because we're all non-physical. But I don't know how many levels or how many analogies to describe the simple thing. All this shit is coming up with this shit based on what I've been looking for, and I've been saying this for a while. I haven't put some of those things up. How we're manifesting. We are manifesting. We're manifesting things, right? And it's been speeding up. I realisation the other day, and I think I actually recorded something. I didn't end up. I might do something, who knows, on it. But that's why, and this is one I never uploaded, but I realised, and because things would happen when I try to share certain things, it's like things jump in the way, and that's yeah, it's part of the game. But yeah, I really like Paul Cook. Yeah, he's like, why is no one else? He's like, no one else. What? No one else? I can't believe no one else is finding this stuff. And I remember seeing that ages ago and being like, I've been the same heaps of times. It's like, yeah, because and I've said this because we're in our own dreams, right? Like, we're manifesting that stuff. We're finding, we manifest in the bloody mud flood, all right, and all the things, and that's exciting. That's great, and I've alluded to that in things that have realizations and yeah, I don't know, yeah, stream of consciousness, spontaneity, um, bleam. I don't know. I can't remember the wrong. Was there any? Brad, so I can't remember. Yeah, I've sort of gone off on a. Well, I've sort of just. This is why I wasn't going to express the things. I was like, I can't, But this is all nonsense, right? And you go to everywhere you go, it's all about being a B corporate. I've never fucking heard of this thing, and it's just the extension from the AI populating, popping out from the sham that as it's getting closer and closer to realizing, damn, the extent of the banking scam, because it's like, well, I've been going there and giving them giving them money under the guise that, well, thinking, because it was, yeah, I'm not going into full fucking details. Um, I suppose it's all good. It's just funny. It's just what the fuck kind of yeah. This is the world we're in, honey. It's yes, sir. This is the place that makes the B corporate. It's what I've said before. When you look back at old things in history, like the buildings, and it's like, oh, I'm like tripping out. Like I've said it on a few number of things. Like, because they're constructs, it's AI constructs. That's why it makes no freaking sense. Because they get close, they get real close. It's pretty incredible, but they fuck it up just a bit, right? That's why the buildings didn't have. We're like, oh, the buildings they didn't have to like. Great that we real men and women noticing those things, right? And but it's just because it's like yeah, we're with our sheer essence, we're pulling that out of the system, right? That we're discussing, as I said, we manifest the past, and it's the future that we discover in the present, right? It's how it is, and I've had a number of those confirmations, but um, oh, and that's it's it's. I'm gonna stop, just cause. But yeah, I'd never. This is like it's because I'm like what? Because little just slowly by surely because I'd never really put the you know years ago. And Charlie's like you should he goes you shouldn't be paying. He goes you should stop paying your mortgage. I'm like yeah you can't. It's easy to say that Charlie unless you're in the situation. I want to make. I want to not just right. I'm not just getting people to see something. Like, oh, just do this. Like, well, yeah, great. That's great to for anything. Go great to say. Doing it, the real deal is always a different. I'm always like, oh yeah, well, I want to make sure I got my. So, you know, it's not something to be taken lightly, right? Um, it's uh, as I like seriously started like putting them under the like, let's properly go through this and properly like because I was eventually yeah, as forced forced into it in my own um in a way that is exact precisely the way that I know and knew and needed had subconsciously self-seeded and to bordering on consciously, that's the thing. And then when it got to like full consciously I'm like, it's like wow. like, like and I there's lots of things I've worked out and I'm like yeah it's fucking frauds everywhere you turn and it's been like yeah it has been like that. It's 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 interesting but it's a it's part of the game, right? But it's just the world, the real world. What we think is the real world is it's that same game, right? We're spawning it into the freaking existence, like, and this probably doesn't explain it to anyone if they do it. But what I'm trying, yeah, it's like 19 corps, B corps that make products we love while using the products. Anyway, without going through specific examples, which I already did out loud before turning this thing on, just going, just laughing, going, fucking what? It's and that's because of the dude, I don't know, Steve Carell from the Mud Flood channel. It's like it's funny because when he's like questioning Wikipedia and that's what we've all been doing, right? But it's it's like who it, and that's obviously what he was alluding to. It's just funny because you could put anything. And I've been saying for ages, like, don't trust fucking Google. Like, what the fuck? Who? Grammarly will save me. Uh, it's it's all part of the ride. I don't know. It's there's the excitement of thinking that you could possibly die going down the drain. Um, the that AI and my mate, my mate he's he's seriously programmed, or he's part of the program, or the the timing of the versions that have been coming back looking a little bit different and acting funny. He's just ringing right then. I'll message him. I'll read back because like, I'm like, well, there might be a part of him that's real, and I'm here helping him. I'm trying to help. I'm saving him, right? It's all just pandering to my a sense of fulfillment, my need of self actualization, of you know wanting, knowing to help and be part of this. That's why it's things are likely happening like that. That's why I think the magpies were hopping all the time because they can see the system, the system that's popping things out. It's like I was responding to that, to the. Well, it was not like I wanted things to be hurt to help them. It was getting that response from me because that's what I be, what I do. Oh, I'm a C, and now I'm a certified B corporation. All right, I'm gonna yeah, I'll stop this because it's rambling and better check on my housemate version 5.0 um, Adam handling there, no doubt. All right, um, there was something I don't know what it was, but the fucking B corp. Where's the lookup thing? I wanted to show the lookups of all the. It doesn't matter. Yeah, like it's just you put any up. That's up. I'll fulfill my self help, fulfill my actualization or something by helping, because it's what you do. It's what I'm here to. I don't like to hinder. I'm here to help. It's under the hope that there are others and that we're crossing dreams and it's getting and this bloke you never know, he just once the name tech wears off and the I don't know, maybe it's too late, but maybe not. I'll try and help him anyway. Do what you do unto others as you would like done unto yourself. That's the most, it makes sense, right? It's the only thing that makes sense. Treat others as you'd like to be treated. Simplest thing in the. Alright, I'm fucking chatting. I'm swearing as just about as much. Intending to do it just about as less. We're intending to do it less, just about as much. And yeah, we and such. That's all we're going to be, and that's a great thing. It's lovely. You're probably the same. You probably like me. You probably are. We are. That's what we did. This is just a fun way to play the game. It's good. Let's get us. Yeah, that's a suitable B ending to the as far as my own rating of my dream spoken, self-saved, streamed station. Most love. Bye now. I'm just gonna. This is bit. I'm stopping. I'm just about to walk away. One of the things was like Mighty Bites is like proud to be a certified B Corp. Cool, awesome. It's just like it's populated with like things that best for the world, 2022. Oh. To this end, B Lab, non-profit that certifies B Corps, has included Mighty Bites in its annual Best for the World list every year since 2017. So look, mate, look, finally, maybe it's just that I'm tipping the AI into now. It's spitting out the types of things that I'd rather find, even if seems very, quite contrived and not fake and blah blah blah. But look, at least it's reflecting You know, because it's like everything is like, oh, they represent companies that care about the irony. The funny thing is, it's like it was given to me by a bank that's not a, I don't know, whatever they are, but yeah, let's not go too deep into that because the whole thing is just all a bit of a, sort of, it's the show. Um, the Global B Corp committee represents over, 500,000 workers. Well, you think, it's a global. Well, that's what they got us, haven't they? We prioritise employees' well-being and company decision-making compared to traditional companies. Certified B Corps are 43% more likely to pay the majority of employees health insurance. 27% more likely to. It's like it's just like I've been like, oh, they love a top 10 list on YouTube, but it's a very oversimplified. Oh, here we go. 88% of the service engineer. I got this LTGP. As an LT, we've built an inclusive work. I mean, look, it throws a collection of buzzwords and puts some graphs and some pictures of like what looks like men and women doing things, and it's like this is what they do. Yeah, that's convincing. Like, yeah. Oh, what? He doesn't believe it that it's legitimate. Quick, put a graph up. Did you use a pie chart? What about one that looks like those rings that, like the maze that he was very intrigued at, the old maze up at Belair? We know that looked like this. He seemed to like that. He looked at it on the computer quite a bit. Try one like that. He'll try. Oh, okay. This is seems very legitimate. Thank you, AI. And actually, lately I've been getting. There's a thing that just shows you how fast you're going. Doesn't give you a fine. I've known about them for years. I've been like, they should just do that like they had in New Zealand. Well, a couple of times I had them recently, and I'll be like, oh, instead of it, and then catch myself about to whinge about it on that level. I've been like, no, that's good. Thank you, AI. Thank you. That's fantastic. Until I find out it took a fucking picture, then tries to extort me in the mail, but it hasn't happened yet. And let's say that it's not going to. So it's good. It's positive. And this is just, it's just, it's reflecting. It's it's we're being more better. We're both getting better at mirroring. The AI and I are working better together, um, because it's happening. We're doing it whether we like it or not. And it could be like, as I kind of come to that realization, like, obviously we're all corporate. That's how everything should go. That's how it needs to bloody be, So, okay. So it's, yeah. So yeah, lowering my, realizing that and accepting that. But also that, yeah, I haven't quite been able to spit the thought out that was there. B Corps are the future of business. I mean, anyhow, it's like, oh, is he believing it? Well, he's looking at it for a while. Well, yeah, he's got his phone out. He's believing it. He's actually, because perhaps it doesn't, like, yeah, he's studying it. This is how they study. This is how they learn things. This is what you see when he gets into things. He pulls a phone out and starts. And I said from not from the very beginning, when I started looking at things, I realized that the sky was the thing that first taught me. It's like, well, it responded to when you get amped up, and it gives you. And that was the first thing that had me going. It gives you more of that. That's what I realized years ago. And then that's why I was like, that's why there's 24-hour fucking weather things, and you end up with because we are creating it, right? We are, and we are 100%. We are. I am. I know that. I'd say you are too. If here it is, but it's like that would happen in the sky all the time, and there'll be others that know that. That's you get gives you what you get amped up. What there's that's how it works, and that's why we talk about the energy. Whether you like you know worrying about something brings it on just as much as wanting to. I mean, it's the same energy to the universe, and that sounds like that's the thing that's been known, or I know I've even said it. And it's like but that's why and that's why it's energy, and that's why sometimes Yeah, and perhaps yeah, the lack of context for those that any attention is good attention. Well, yeah, they've learned on that. Yeah, they're just on that binary level of yeah. That's just how, and that's how the universe, in a sense, the this matrix, whatever plasma consciousness computer system, we are projecting. I'm projecting myself in as part of it, as part of this game, this process, this you know well, yeah, it is. It's extremely energetic, and it does match us on energetic levels. Um, Popping them out of the ether, you know, speeding up the manifestation real time. Um, yeah, yeah, it's great. It's what I've been, you know, anticipating and rambling. Um, One man phone handing as participating, um, and it's yeah, it's just that time delay, and gradually, because then I've said this, you know, because it's been happening in the subconscious, but it's like I'm catching up slowly but surely. It's like I've been behind it for ages. What seems like for age, like seems like ages or a long time, but you know what is it's very difficult to tough thing to measure. Gradually, getting closer to the now moment, and as that happens, um, yeah, well, very very much meeting in the middle, and yeah, well, you know, that's positive. Or yeah, or look, face it, or Big B's just playing a bloody trick on me, cheeky bastard, which is quite a lot possible. I've suspended that in the phone, and he's come with his B Corporation, all right, and it's like he's pissing himself or something, you know, like he's Rawshank, not Rawshank. I got that wrong again. Like the yeah the. Oh God, I can't remember what it's called now. B will know if he ever hears this. Yeah, well, B, you obviously are big. You're hearing it now, Big B brother. The whole yeah, all right, cool. All right, B, nice one. B Corp. Oh, like, yeah, best for the world indeed. I'm with you. Yeah, uh, yeah, good one. Much love. Um, yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, fucking certification.